Can you localize the source of the gravitational field?
Sensors? I'm having difficulty scanning the object. It appears to be approximately 200 million kilometers in diameter.
That's nearly as large as the Earth's orbit around the Sun. Mr. Data, could this be a Dyson sphere?
Have you ever wanted to start the game with a guaranteed ruined megastructure right next to your capital system? Well, no worries, Paradox have you covered. You can now do just that with the Slingshot to the Stars origin. Let's dive in and find out what's going on. With Slingshot to the Stars, you start with a ruined quantum catapult. That is the new megastructure coming with Stellaris Overlords, and that quantum catapult will be very near to your home system. You will also have the technology necessary to both repair it and use it. Now, this isn't as explicit as I would like it to be here, but if this means you start with mega engineering technology, then Slingshot to the Stars is a very powerful origin. However, there is a drawback to possibly starting with the mega engineering technology, but definitely starting with this ruined quantum catapult, this ruined megastructure. The megastructure will take up one of your guaranteed habitable world slots. That means instead of having 2 guaranteed habitable worlds, for instance, you will only have 1, which could put you at a severe disadvantage compared to your neighbours, because that early growth and that early economy you're going to miss out on from not having that guaranteed habitable world could be very dangerous indeed. And finally, your new starbases built in remote systems will cost you 75% less influence. Now, why is that actually useful? Well, in order to understand that, we have to understand what the quantum catapult will do. And if you enjoy this video, please repair that like button. The quantum catapult basically acts like a giant jump drive that will allow you to jump or skip your fleets from the quantum catapult system to very, very remote locations of the galaxy. The range of this megastructure is truly phenomenal. Even in the largest of galaxies, at the maximum upgrade level, you should be able to cover the entire body of the galaxy. That's all of the different stars. There is a drawback. The drawback is when you send a fleet out using the quantum catapult, you're not guaranteed on the arrival destination. That means you could end up sending the fleet to a system you don't want it to be in, which are a couple of jumps away from the system you're intending. On top of that, this system does allow you to completely bypass things like closed borders and really will let you go pretty much wherever you need to go in the galaxy. If that isn't enough, on top of getting a megastructure and possibly the mega engineering technology, this megastructure also comes with a dig site. So there's going to be some thematic dig site which could give us extra bonuses. They've not told us exactly what that will be yet. They don't want to spoil the surprise, but there will be a dig site which we can complete, and I'm assuming get even more from this origin. But what do you think about this new origin? Let me know down in the comments below. But does this really make sense? So the quantum catapult basically is going to allow us, I assume, to send out fleets to areas of the galaxy that we are unable to get to, that lie behind other empires that we would like to explore. Therefore, we'll be able to, I assume, have some sort of very Bordergore style empire with systems all over the place that we've catapulted our fleets out to. Now, there are a couple of important questions here. First off, can we send fleets or science ships, for instance, to unexplored systems with the quantum catapult? If we can, then that means this is a method of expansion. If you get this running quite early in the game, it's going to allow you to expand all over the galaxy. But then we're going to run into a bit of a problem. And that problem is a logistical problem. If we have all of these outposts all over the galaxy, well, how are we going to defend them? Well, you're going to say, no worries, we can send out our fleets using the quantum catapult to defend these various pockets of our empire, our civilization, out amongst the stars. But once we've done that, how will those fleets be able to return? If you're lucky, maybe there's a wormhole and you can research the wormhole technology, but depending on how early you unlock this quantum catapult, if you're unlocking it very early, it might not really be feasible to have the wormhole technology, or maybe you haven't got any nice wormholes around, and you definitely won't have got gateway technology yet, and therefore you'll be in this weird position where your empire has expanded and you've got lots of various kind of pockets and outposts around, but if you are ever at war and need to defend them, you'll be in a difficult situation after that war because your fleets will be stuck in your own territory, I would assume, out amongst the galaxy. The quantum catapult only is sending fleets out, it is not allowing you to return them home. Now, of course, you can use things like the missing in action button to try to get them back faster, but that's only if you're in hostile territory. If you're in your own territory, the missing in action button simply is not going to work. So I am very curious about what the intended strategy is for using this origin. Even if you can't make much use of the quantum catapult though, except for a few aggressive wars and whatnot, it is still a fantastic origin if it gives you mega engineering technology very early. That, I can't understate the fact that if we get that automatically, wow, that is going to be really quite powerful and quite a leg up over other empires in the mid-game if we've managed to survive. In order to restore this megastructure and build all of the other megastructures you're going to want to build with this origin, you're probably going to need a lot of alloys. If you'd like to know how to rush more alloys and tech beeline, click the video on screen now.